Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to give feedback using the feed model. Now friends, before I dive into the model, let me tell you something about feedback and how important feedback is. So friends, if you are a manager, if you have people reporting into you, if you are managing a team, doesn't matter which industry you are in. You may be in the IT industry, you may be in the auto industry, you may be in the logistics industry. But if you are managing a team, if you have people reporting into you, it is very important that you learn the art of giving feedback. Feedback is not just about calling somebody into a room and telling him how to behave in a certain situation and conducting how to conduct himself better. Feedback is much more than that. If feedback is not given in a proper manner, it could lead to a lot of attrition in your team. People may not want to work with you. And finally, things may reach your HR that you're not a good people's manager. And if you get branded as a bad people's manager, this could affect your career in the long term. So it is very important to give feedback in the right manner. There are various models out there, but one model which really appeals to me is the feed model, is the FEED feed model. And I'll talk about that in a bit. But before that, I want to give you three things which you should remember about feedback. Number one, feedback should never be given in front of others. Whenever you want to give feedback to someone, always take him to a conference room, to a separate room, or call him into your cabin. Close the door. It should be only the two of you talking, and give feedback in private. Never give feedback in front of others. The person may feel very insulted. Number two, always address the behavior and not the individual. Right? If you make it about the individual, he could feel hurt and he could feel that you are personally attacking him. So always address the behavior and not the individual. And number three, always give feedback on time. You see, if you want your feedback to have impact, always give it on time. Okay, maybe the same day or maybe the next day. Appraisal feedback is of course different because we are talking of feedback of over 6 months to a 1 year period. But feedback has to be given immediately. So remember these three things about feedback. Now let me take you to my screen and talk to you about the feed model, where I will walk you through each aspect of the acronym through a scenario on how to give feedback using the feed model. All right. So let's go to my screen. So friends, feed stands for FEED, whereas F stands for facts, E stands for explain the impact, the second E stands for explain emotion, and D decide on next steps. So that's the definition of FEED, the feed model. Now let me take a scenario in which I will break it down for you as to how you should use the feed model to give feedback. Well, the scenario is you are facing poor communication in loan application, right? Rajesh is a sales executive at ABC FinCorp's Mumbai branch. He has been performing well in lead generation and initial customer discussions. However, in his rush to meet the month-end targets, he has been submitting loan applications with incomplete documentation, particularly for self-employed customers. His recent application have been missing ITR forms and bank statements, leading to high rejection rates. Now, ITR stands for income tax return. That's a term used in India. So this is the scenario, right? Now, you as a supervisor have to give feedback to Rajesh using the feed model. How will you do it? Okay, so let's take it step by step. F, find the facts. You can say something like this. Rajesh, looking at your sales report for March, out of 50 loan applications submitted, 30 were rejected due to incomplete documentation and incorrect income proofs. The conversion rate is only 40% versus our target of 75%. So you see, you're not giving Rajesh some general feedback. You are giving Rajesh feedback with facts. Now, if you don't give those facts, Rajesh may very comfortably deny it that, no, there's no problem with what I'm doing. But when you give Rajesh the facts, right, he obviously cannot deny it. So the first step is find the facts where you've given Rajesh the facts. Let's go on to the second step. Explain the impact. You could say something like this. Due to incomplete applications, our processing time has doubled. Customers are going to competition and you've lost potential incentives worth 15,000 this month. So after the facts, you've explained the impact to Rajesh with specific numbers, right? As to what damage his behavior is causing to the organization and to him personally. So that's second E, explain the impact. Let's go to the second E, express emotion. I'm concerned because I've seen you handle complex cases well before, and these rejections are mainly due to basic documentation issues. You've expressed your emotions out here. You've taken a word like concerned. Now you need to be a little careful out here, guys. You should not use very strong words out here because you'll end up hurting Rajesh. right? So the choice of words is very important out here when you express emotion. And finally, you decide on next steps. Okay. So Rajesh, let's do this. Use a documentation checklist for every customer. Number 2, get field verification done before submission. And number 3, review each rejected case tomorrow morning. So you've told Rajesh exactly what is to be done and not kept it open. So you've given Rajesh the facts, you've told him the impact, you've expressed your emotion, and you have decided on what the next steps are going to be. So friends, this is the feed model which you could use to give feedback. So friends, I hope you've enjoyed this video and you now understand the feed model. If you have liked this video, please give me a like, please subscribe to my channel, and please do press the bell because I keep coming up with videos like these to help you improve your communication skills. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.